reigning league MVP. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Seahawks and the Falcons, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. It's an early test here after 2 losses to start the season, and a game they probably really need.
Obviously, no way do they want to get to 0-3. Not many teams make the playoffs with that kind of a start.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Seahawks. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And I saw they had it.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to nowhere to go. Here, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. 2nd and 11. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Kaplan. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Well, 2 snaps ago, I don't think anyone thought a safety was on the table, yet it happened. They caught him on back-to-back plays breaking through the line. No amount of evading was going to save him from a sack on either play. And on the last one, he ran too deep into the end zone to set up the safety.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. He's going to let this one go deep.
And normally in this...
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Kaplan. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. On second down, they'll run it here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Holding offense.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Though certainly in a pickle here, they have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up. And it's intercepted in the end zone. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Let's go.
Throwing after the interception. Kaplan. Over the middle, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 29, here's second down and 2. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Kaplan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Off the play fake. Contreras. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 48 yards. And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Kaplan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Following the fumble recovery. Contreras. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. The 3rd time wasn't a charm. They got the first 2 two-point tries. Still have the lead, but couldn't get the 3rd.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for 2 so often?
Yeah, and we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game plan for. Felt good about being aggressive and going for it. And right up until that one, they'd gotten 2.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. Now 1st and 10 at the 11. Following the fumble recovery, Contreras forced out to his left. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Seahawks just continue to roll. They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Kaplan, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And that will set him up in excellent shape. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Contreras. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and throw for it. And the Seahawks have got it on cruise control. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Staying on his feet. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he returns this to the 22. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now the Seahawks will bring the offense back onto the field, and they'll go for 2. Back to throw. Contreras. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Falcons ready to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
And he'll get this awfully close to a first down. Boy, that's going to be a razor-thin measurement, but I don't think he got there. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 18. Nifty move. Does the big boy have the juice? And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Boy, he covered a lot of ground, 82 yards on the punt return. And the Seahawks are pouring it on. Looking to throw. Contreras. And they don't get it. They tried for the two-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
As we prepared for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on two-point conversion tries because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on two-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go now. Shut up.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Contreras. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Contreras. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Back to throw. Contreras. Flushed out right. Able to get away. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Looking to throw. Kaplan. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? A no break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into...
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 35 yards. And the Seahawks extend their lead yet again. That's caught. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Taken in at the 11. And running with power here. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off play action. Contreras. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Offense.
So he gets too far beyond the line, and that's an easy call for the official. Off the play fake. Contreras. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Back to throw. Contreras. And the Seahawks just continue to roll.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Kaplan. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's to the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Back to throw. Contreras. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, This is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Throwing after the interception. Caplet. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Caplet. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Pulled in at the 24. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Throwing to start the drive. Caplet. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Seahawks, and they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Now the Seahawks will bring the offense back onto the field, and they'll go for 2. Back to throw. Contreras dancing to his left. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Well, I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Caplet. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. 2nd and 3. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Falcons on 3rd down. An almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Being chased out left. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And taken right on the 30.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to roam now.
He's still on his feet.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there.
His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Kaplan. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Kaplan, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw again. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again. So get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Off play action. Contreras. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Falcons back out getting set for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
A loss of 6 brings up second.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Operating from the gun, Kaplan. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Back to throw. Kaplan. Pressure gets to him and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The Falcons send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
Oh, able to avoid him. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking to throw. Contreras. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So the victory here for